Hey, brothers and sisters, thanks for joining me again today. I'm going to take a quick break from all the Charlie Kirk coverage on this one. A lot of people don't agree with some of my stances on Charlie Kirk in the comments, but that's okay. We can all disagree. That's fine. That's called free speech. But I found this story in the Daily Mail, and I love this because this might be the most Karen thing I have ever seen. So this is part of my war on Karen. Because I do feel I'm at war with Karens. So this story is dog mom slams creepy rules forcing her to DNA test pup's poop or face a 250 daily fine. So now the Karens want the DNA on your doggies. You might think this is crazy, but it's not. It's in America, we've got these things called HOAs, homeowners associations. I don't know if they're a thing in the UK. They make rules about the community to make sure, that you keep your property tidy, you cut your grass, you don't put up ugly fences and paint your house a crazy color. Just keep the property values up for everyone. But Karens rule these organizations. I'm going to say categorically, if you are in any way, shape, or form an authority figure within an HOA, you're a Karen. And it annoys me. I do need to move out to the country where there's no HOAs. Unfortunately, I do live in a community with an HOA, so I have to put up with this nonsense. But not this nonsense. Let me know in the comments. Am I wrong about HOAs? Are HOAs a good thing? I've been told that I'm too hard on Karens before. Am I wrong? Is it really Karens that run HOAs? Tell me if I'm wrong. In Scottsdale, your dog's business is now official business, thanks to a homeowners association demanding DNA tests to crack down on uncollected poop. Jacqueline Taylor has gone viral after revealing her HOA forced every pet owner in her condominium complex to DNA test their dogs in a controversial crackdown. Taylor shared her story on TikTok, saying she faced daily fines and public shaming simply for refusing to take part in the scheme to tackle what she sees as a non-existent problem. The saga began when an HOA employee, Karen, spotted Taylor walking her dog Remy, who wasn't wearing a green tag signaling she'd been DNA tested. I told them I wasn't planning to do a DNA test. I just didn't want to. But they kept sending notices and charging me fines every day. Taylor, a personal brand coach, told Daily Mail, that's going to be an interesting court case. Can they enforce this? I wonder what her lawyer has to say. Hopefully we'll find out. They were going to charge me $250 a day, she said. I held out for maybe 48 hours before they sent me 2 warning emails back to back saying it was my final notice. Finally, Taylor gave in. They made me go into the office with my dog so they could physically see my dog get DNA tested. I had to swab her mouth. I had to pay for it. She said the DNA test cost $150. So here she is with a cute puppy. It looks like she's got a poodle or a poodle mix. He's a sweetie or she's a sweetie. Before Taylor took Remy in for the DNA test, she said other neighbors would actually report me if they saw me walking my dog without a green tag. I felt like the only one against the whole thing. I have never once seen any dog poop left around our complex, so it felt like a totally made-up problem, she added. Taylor says her dog doesn't even use shared grass outside her Arizona condo. She said she stays inside and we use pee pads on the patio. I explained all that, but it didn't matter. They still made me do the test. The idea that someone is going around picking up poop, sending it off for DNA testing, and trying to match it to a specific dog, it's a lot, she said, especially considering this is mostly an older demographic. It does seem kind of crazy. That is a really bad duty if you've got to go pick up some dog's duty and then send it in. I haven't heard of any actual cases where someone's dog poop was tested and fined. It all seems to be a bluff. Yeah, I think it is. It's just Karens exerting power because they can and they got nothing better to do. Taylor also suspects her age made her a target. Oh yeah, she's young. I'm by far the youngest homeowner in the complex. I'm 30, and they've definitely treated me differently because of that. In the beginning, I think they were trying to pressure me to move. The head of the HOA committee used to walk by my windows and literally peek inside. I had to send an email asking them to stop. It was so creepy, she said. Yeah, Karens are creepy, 100%. Aw, cutie again. All right, where's your papers, dog? And despite Taylor paying a monthly HOA fees to live in her condo and enjoy the amenities, when her father came to visit, they went to the gym together and he was kicked out for not being a resident. Taylor is certainly not the only U.S. homeowner living under strict regime of an HOA. There are an estimated 365,000 homeowner associations in the U.S., housing roughly 30% of the population. Yeah, so most of us have agreed to live under this tyranny. The newer neighborhoods are usually covered with HOAs. So if you want to live in a new development, you probably have to go into this. There's no opting out. Residents pay monthly fees that are often steep to these associations, and in some areas, these costs are growing at a worrying rate. Yeah, my HOA fee is pretty high. Many residents are also subjected to fines for petty infractions, including paint jobs, landscaping, leaving trash cans outside for a moment too long, even threatened with foreclosure. Some lawmakers are pushing to abolish HOAs in their communities entirely. Yeah, I'd be all for abolishing them. I've got those notices. I've put my garbage out earlier than 7 p.m. That's when you're allowed to put your garbage out for the next day. It happens. All right, so this was a humorous story. Let me know what you think. Are HOAs out of control? Should they be banned? Should we get rid of HOAs, or is it good for the community, good for prices of homes? Homes cost too much now anyway. We need to be figuring out a way how to drive the prices down. And I know if you're a homeowner, that's an investment in its equity, but still, it is way too expensive for people to enter, the housing market now. We got to figure out how to get affordable housing for people. But yeah, so HOAs, is it all Karens? Are they mad crazy with power? Let me know what you think. Like and subscribe if you do. Don't watch me if you don't. Thanks. Bye.